Testing, doing a little mic check. Can everybody hear me? I want to make sure my mic's working. Had some problems with it earlier today. Can everybody see me and hear me? We've got some folks watching on Zoom, and we've got some folks watching on Facebook. We normally do not broadcast this phase 1 class to the Facebook group. This is lesson 3 of phase 1. Sorry about wearing the sunglasses. The sun's going down. I'll be able to take them off in a minute. We usually don't broadcast this to the Facebook group, but we're doing so because there was some confusion. Lesson 3 was normally it would have been last evening, but it was Labor Day, so the group the week before we discussed moving it to tonight at 6 p.m. This Tuesday, September the 5th, 6 p.m. And I got a lot of messages, a lot of emails right before class without time to email them the link. They lost the link to the Zoom app, and I didn't have time to respond to everybody to get them the link. And since they had lost it, I thought the best thing to do would be to broadcast to Zoom and try to broadcast to Facebook, the Shibboleth members only group. It's only going into the Shibboleth members only group, and broadcast there and try to keep up with both. I thought that would be the best way, since there's no way I could email everybody a link that had requested a link, since we did have to move the day and time. Now next week, in case I forget, because I only get an hour in this office. It's a co-op office. I only get 1 hour in here, so I've got to get through the material in under an hour. And again, I just thought the best way to do this would be to broadcast these 2 ways, and then to remind everybody that we'll be back on schedule for lesson 4 next Monday. Does that make sense? Assuming we'll have to look and see how this hurricane thing's going. Hopefully I'll get out of here and to Georgia in time, or stay here and we won't have power outages. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll update everybody when we can. I'm going to get started with this. How y'all doing? That made no sense. A lot of rambling you're doing here today, Travis. You can see me and hear me. Good stuff. Got a lot of people. It's all right. Good. 32 folks now in here in the Zoom app. And we've got, looks like 20 with us on Facebook. Hey, everybody. Hey, Janet. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Abby. Hey, Millie, Karen, Janice, Tabitha. Now, I'm going to try to keep up with both as far as the comments and all, but it might be a little difficult. So my priority is the Zoom app here. So if I miss you on Facebook, I'm sorry. I have to pay attention to my Zoom dashboard so that I make sure the recordings are right and the edits are right and whatnot, because when we get done with this, we put these on the website for people to watch the recordings. They just aren't able to chat and interact with us once we put a recording on the website. But anyway, this is phase 1. We're doing phase 1, lesson 3 tonight. So how in the world is everybody doing? Did y'all have a good Labor Day? I hope so. I hope you had a good Labor Day weekend. Hope you had a good Labor Day weekend. We do have this being a phase 1 class. I have a lot of new people here. We want to welcome you back. Also have some experienced members either just trying to get an update on the material or get back going again. And we appreciate you helping us help our new folks. And without further ado, I think I've stalled long enough. We're going to get started. Hey, everybody. What's up? All right. Let's get started with this. Once again, let's make sure that you set your chat. If you're on the Zoom app, make sure you set your chat to all panelists and attendees. Hey, Mary. How you doing, Mary? Mary, you might want to set your chat to all panelists and attendees. If you set it to all panelists and attendees, then everybody can see your comment. Everybody can interact with you. And that way I don't miss anything. It helps me not to miss anything. If it's set to just all panelists, only I can see it. And you may think people's ignoring you when they're not. They just can't see your post. Now, you may want to set it that way, and that's okay. But if you set it to all panelists and attendees, you can interact with everybody, get to know everybody. And that's a good thing most of the time. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, we're going to get started. We got about 60 people with us in all here on both platforms. So I'll do my best to make sure I get all the information to you. Phase 1, lesson 3. All right, one more matter of housekeeping. Make sure that especially if you're new, that you watch the daily doses, take the test, pass the test, earn the badge. We're thankful that there's been a great many people watching the daily doses again. But if you're new, we do get a lot. Hey, and I appreciate this, more housekeeping. I really appreciate when you find things that you disagree with about the program, or you feel like there's some technical glitches, or the app isn't working, the website isn't working. You find those things, or there's just a major disagreement. We really appreciate when you private message us first. No, I don't think we'll put the milk video. Joyce will be. It should be on the website. If it's not, I'll get it on there. Maybe they hadn't got to that yet because it has to be edited and processed. But we'll get that on the website. I think we did not put that on the website. We will get that on the website. We won't be putting it on Facebook. But thanks for bringing that up. That was a phase 2 lesson, by the way, just to keep everybody on track here. All right, so getting back to if you've got a problem, please give us a chance internally to address it first. I think that will help the new people who don't have any problems stay positive about the program. And if we're not addressing your problem, if you message us privately, I think by all means get our attention on Facebook, kind of call us out. But if you've got a problem, I think it would help us if you private message us, and that will also help other people. Not that we don't want you, if something's bad about the program, by all means, review it, be negative about it, but give us a chance internally to address it, because sometimes it's not an issue for everybody. It might be an issue for your device, or it might be an issue, just something that was just you need to update something. Yeah, I don't know, but we can handle that better, and then nobody gets discouraged. I said that to say, really appreciate the private messages I've gotten. I think they've all been private about not liking the Daily Dose videos. And what I have found is most people that get through the first 3 or 4 Daily Dose videos really start enjoying the content in the Daily Dose videos. But those of you that's watched them knows the first 3 or 4 are full of what many would call foolishness. I really probably need to refilm them. God's not given me unction to do that yet, because when I filmed those Daily Doses, as I've been very candid about with a lot of people, I just lost everything I had. I didn't think I was ever going to get to teach nutrition again. And we come up with this crazy, crazy name called Shibboleth, and actually pronounced Shibboleth. We went through a lot, and we didn't feel like we would be. I mean, we had nothing but my daddy's credit card with $4,000 on it to fund ourselves, and just hope that we could get this thing back started, because I had just lost everything. Didn't have a vehicle, didn't have nothing, didn't have a pot to pee in. We did the best that we could, and we felt like we needed to explain Shibboleth, and we was just going to do this weird, have fun with it, thing. It was our secret. And so the first 3 or 4 videos is kind of like saying, hey, we don't know what we're gonna do this thing, and here's what Shibboleth means. A lot of people that were involved in the other company with me, they thought I'd lost my mind calling a program, Thrive Weight Loss was a great name, right? But Shibboleth, what is he doing? They won't make it 6 months. So we did some explaining, right, in the early stages of the Daily Dose videos. But if you can get past my foolishness, and when God gives me unction again, I'll refilm those, okay? But at the time, we didn't have any clients except for maybe 20. So it just made, it was what we felt like doing at the time. So get through that. Get through those first few videos. Give the program a chance, because I really think if you'll get past those first 3 or 4, you'll really enjoy the program. You'll enjoy the Daily Doses. It's really important for you to watch those Daily Doses, take notes, and then pass the test and earn that badge. People that learn the program that way, I have the empirical data to prove this out. People that log in to the website on a frequent basis, but do not watch the Daily Doses, do not take the test, do not journal, do not lose very much weight at all. This is not a good program if you don't do those 2 things. The people that are logging in at the same frequency but watching the Daily Doses lose weight twice as fast as those who did not watch the Daily Doses. And those that in addition to that journal, it goes more than twice the weight in the same time frame. So let's watch the Daily Doses, take the test, pass the test, and earn the badge. And for goodness sake, please journal. Let me see what you're saying here. Abby D's. I've been lazy. The program is not broken. Our way of thinking is broken. I have not been putting in the effort. I have gotten what I have put in both ways. I've lost 123 pounds because I worked the program and I got out of it what I put into it. In the past few months, I've gotten lazy and gained 23 back. I've gotten out of the program what I have put into it. It's as simple as that. Yes, you lose the weight. Words of wisdom from someone that I would tell you, Abby D's, is still successful even with the 23-pound weight gain. But what you see there is the attitude of a successful person. She's not going to let this thing slide back to where she was. Makes sense? So, Abby, I'm proud of you. It takes a lot of heart to just say, hey, call it out, call it for what it is, and then try to get back on track. And if anybody can do it, I know that you can do it. You've done it before. You'll continue to do it. I have a lot of confidence in you, and I'm also praying for you. It's not our thinking that is how do I put this? We didn't break our own thinking. So don't be too hard on yourself. Be hard enough on yourself. Yeah, I miss her videos too, Lauren. I do. I wish more of y'all would do videos. I'm glad you're back, sis. I've taken breaks from my own program before, so I can't blame you. But I always come back, right? So it's not our thing. We didn't choose to break our thinking. I think the sooner that we're wise to what I'm about to say, the more successful we will be. If you're open-minded to what I'm about to say. And that is, we should not be ignorant to the devices of the devil if we're a mature Christian. If you're ignorant to the ploys that the devil uses to be a stumbling block to you in your weight loss journey, if you're ignorant to that, you're not mature in the faith. So don't be ignorant to the fact that the devil is the one out to get you, and he's the one through the world that breaks your thinking. So Abby's right, but she didn't choose, let me just have broken thinking, let me have screwed up thinking. No, it's the world around us. But once the scales fall from our eyes and we realize the world is set up to break our thinking, to break our spirits. And you see that every day in the members only group. You see people who are putting things back together and making progress, and you see people with broken thinking. They don't know they have broken thinking, but they have broken thinking with little desire to change it. And in fact, if you're not careful, they begin to break other people's successful way of thinking. This world is here to be a stumbling block to you. But you're bigger than the world. The Bible says, he who is within us is greater than he that's in the world. So we got to rely on that fact if we're going to be successful and get this weight off. And if you're open-minded to this next thing, you'll be successful. And that is to be successful and to lay your head down on your pillow at night and have peace. You don't have to be perfect every day, but you must do your best. Do your best at what? If I had to, everything, but if I had to sum it up into one thing, I'd say this. Work on yourself, your mind, body, soul, and spirit harder than you work on anything else. I think oftentimes I see people that do what I have a tendency to do, and that is I want to work on everybody. I want to fix everybody, and I'm not making any progress. I want to work on my job. I want to fix my job. I want to work on the church. I want to fix the church. I want to work, and I'm making no progress. None. And then it dawns on me, whoa, that's the problem. I think I'm a do-gooder working on everybody, and I'm very unsuccessful at helping them. And in the meantime, I'm suffering myself. So if I work on myself harder than I work on anything, if I work on my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit harder than I work on anything else, then I become a light to people who need help, and the ones that have an ear to hear and a heart to receive will come go with me. And it makes it so much easier and makes me so much happier and me so much healthier. Stop trying to get your family to do this. Just do it yourself, and do it long enough to the point you reach your goals, and you'll find they want to do it too. It's the way things work. So work on yourself hard. That's my preaching for today. Not good preaching either, but it's my preaching. Working on ourselves is hard, but if there's a change that you want to see in the world, it first has to take place in your heart. One more nugget. There's a lady that drives me crazy. I know I'm too candid. Drives me crazy. Let me tell you why she drives me crazy. She doesn't like when I do the jack attacks in a different group that's playful. Maybe Jack needs to go. I don't know. But she doesn't like it. And I can't figure her out. because I'll see her in the members only group say, I'll delete her post. Say one of the rudest things I think that I've ever seen. And she wants to change people, but she doesn't realize that the things that she wants changed in people that drive her crazy about people are the very things that need to be changed about her. If we would just stop, quit trying to get the sawdust out of other people's eye and get the big thorn that's out of our eye, we'll really attract a lot of people into living a more healthy, loving, love of self, love of neighbor, love of God kind of life. Really will. I believe that. All right. Anybody else having volume problems before I get started here? Hey, Penny, good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Not able to play the video. Anybody else having problems? Let me know, because if everybody's having a problem, it means I need to reboot. If it's just one or two, then we got to keep going, because technology is a weird thing. Y'all see me and hear me? Millie, everybody? Hey, Millie. No problems on Zoom. Maybe just be on Facebook. May just want to refresh. All right. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And when I share my screen, I won't be able to see comments as well. If you'll bear with me, I'll come back out. This is phase 1, lesson 3. Okay. Just another way other than the daily doses to teach the program. That's all we're doing here. Make sure I don't have any of my half naked before pictures on my screen before I share it. I take pictures of myself every day. Have been doing it for years to see my transformation. So, all right, here we go. Are y'all here? You with me? All right, I hope you are. I hope you can see my screen, because I'm going to get started. I'm going to recap where we left off real quick. This won't take but a minute. We talked about complex carbs. We talked about fruit. We talked about how to combine them. Y'all remember that? Like on this plate here, we've got a chicken breast cooked and prepared the right way as a category 1. Got that lean protein to preserve the muscle. That means preserve the metabolism as well. It's paired there with some green beans, a lot of good fiber, some good carbs to give you energy along with good fiber. That lean protein, that good fiber slows down any blood sugar elevation. We wouldn't have any blood sugar elevation there if we hadn't added the grapes. But we added category 5 grapes, which will elevate our blood sugar. But because we paired it with lean protein and fibrous carbs like green beans, then we don't get the blood sugar spike. Therefore, we don't get very much resultant insulin, aka the fat bus, and that means we keep losing body fat efficiently. If I just had the chicken and green beans, I'm going a lot faster toward my goals. If I really craving the grapes and I add the grapes, I'm getting some good antioxidant carbs, some good energy. I'm getting that there. That's a benefit. That's a good wellness food there. Talking about grapes, so many nutrients. We need to eat more fruit, but we need to eat more fruit in the right way. I'll slow my weight loss down a little bit, but I won't stop it because I paired that chicken and green beans with the grapes. If you're trying to lose weight, it's not efficient for you to eat grapes by themselves. The only time I can see you doing that, if your goal is weight loss, is if you are a diabetic experiencing low blood sugar episodes and you need something to get the sugar back up, then fruit would be a good thing to do that. But just do what you've got to do to normalize your blood sugar levels and get feeling better. But if you don't have a problem, you're not pre-diabetic, you're not type 2 diabetic, you're not dealing with diabetes, I just suffer on through it. You don't need to eat fruit by itself. That's an inefficient way to move to your goal. Number 1 complaint in the program, number one, isn't my poor teaching ability, which that's probably right up there. But it is definitively, I'm not losing weight fast enough. I don't care if it's somebody that lost a pound in a week, or I don't care if it's somebody that lost 7 pounds in a week. I have people that lose 7 pounds in a week and they complain about the weight loss. So if you want to go faster, drop them carbs, drop them grapes and drop them carbs. But if you are okay with losing weight and doing this as a lifestyle, maybe losing it, but losing it a little slower, but enjoying the scenery a little more on your way to Wonderland for most of you, O-N-E, getting down under 200 pounds for most of you. Some of us big boys won't ever be able to do that, but some of you can. You want to get fast to Wonderland. You want to get fast to happy weight. Drop the grapes, drop the carbs. You want to get there, and it's okay if you go a little slower. Enjoy those carbs. You craving a potato, have a potato. Just have it in the right combination. This is your lifestyle. We talked about condiments briefly the other day. Just remember, there's good, better, and best condiment rules. Good is 50 calories of anything or less on a properly combined and portioned plate. Even better would be only use condiments that are 5 grams of sugar or less, 2 grams of fat or less, and use very little. The best would be 0. Lemon juice, lime juice, salt, pepper, seasoning, spices, those kind of things. Walden Farms calorie-free condiments. That's going to keep you moving faster. You get to choose if you're going to live with one of those rules, the good rule or the best rule. It's up to you. Beverages, you should only use 0-calorie condiments. Coffee, for example, you don't need to be putting a lot of different condiments in your coffee. I know a lot of people, even in our programs, doing this bulletproof coffee stuff. I disagree. Do it at your own risk. You're just adding pointless calories to a beverage that don't need that added to it. There's a time to do that, to add ghee or to add MCT oil, and there's a time not to. It's all situational. It's all goal-oriented. I'm trying to get you to your goal as quickly, and helpfully as possible. So with a beverage, it's not like a food. You can't add just 50 calories of anything to a beverage because the beverage is already pre-digested. It's not like whole food. So don't be adding stuff to your beverages unless the website specifically tells you that you can add such and thus to a beverage. For example, if I've got coffee, I can add a 15-calorie Coffee Mate fat-free or sugar-free creamer, but only 15 calories, not 50. Those condiments add up. Beverages, you can have water anytime, and you can add any 0-calorie beverage you want. Other select beverages that aid weight loss directly or indirectly and are on the website are also approved. Keep this in mind, though. If you're drinking a 0-calorie beverage that's got caffeine in it, I highly suggest that you add additional water intake. If you're on a half a gallon a day regimen of water and you're drinking a Diet Coke, you had better add some more water because a Diet Coke is a mild diuretic, Diet Mountain Dew or whatnot. I also do not suggest that you use any beverage other than water as your to make up your water requirement. You need that clear water. You would not get in the shower and wash your largest organ, your skin. You would not wash it with Diet Coke. You would not turn on the shower head and clean up with Diet Coke. Why in the world would we wash our internal organs with anything other than water? We need that water. The only exception to this is if I've got somebody that truly claims that they will not drink water. There's no deal breaker. We'll personalize the program. Let's do some Crystal Light. Let's do some sparkling ice. But you know your own heart. If you'll drink water, can drink water, it's just not your favorite thing to do, do it anyway. Water in, fat out. Water in, poop out. If you're not getting the poop out, you're not getting the fat out. And it don't mean when you poop, fat's coming out. A little bit does, but that's not what I mean. When drinking water, hydration keeps that waste moving through us, we detoxify the liver, and the liver is responsible for your efficient fat burning and the speed of it. So drink that pure water, okay? By the way, I'm a big advocate, especially when I'm intermittent fasting, I'm a big advocate of drinking Spark. It doesn't count as your water, but it's been a big part of my results, getting under 12% body fat. especially on intermittent fasting days. I can drink Spark to get my energy up and to help. It doesn't claim this. I claim it. It controls my appetite. It's almost like I can have like that sweet tarty drink and I just don't want to eat for some reason. It just, to me, you may disagree. If you're a Spark drinker, you may like Spark with food. For me, if I drink a Spark, not only does it give me energy, it gives me appetite control, because to me, as much as I love the taste of it, it doesn't go good with food. That's just a personal thing, but it's really helped me and it'll help you. I feel like that Spark, especially for people that don't just drink only water, that would be the best course, is to just drink water. But most of us like other flavored beverages or whatever. And for those of you that do or like energy drinks, not that we should, but if you like those kind of things, your kids like those kind of things, then there should be a canister of Spark on every kitchen top counter in America, because it's so much healthier and better for your kids than them other crazy energy drinks. If it's a kid that's under the age of 14, I would suggest dialing down on the portion of Spark to half a serving. All right, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about the mindset again. Quickly, we're going to go over happy weight, because I want to reinforce that you do need to do what you're doing, because the world's trying to tell you don't need to do what you're doing. We've already talked about condiments. We're going to talk about evil carbs, perfect day, holiday, blow it day, and the Cibola Shield. And that will end our third lesson. And we'll pick up and take up on the fourth lesson next week. Here we go. Mindset. Let's talk about it. I posted this earlier, but I want to comment on it. Okay. The mindset is the important part. I want to ask all of you a question. Then I'm going to stop from sharing, because I want to get some interaction. I want to get some interaction on something that's really, I'm going to be kind of asking you a rhetorical question. In other words, I know the answer, but I think it's good for you to answer. I want to get you all to thinking. I want you all to humble yourself, because you might see, I see some of myself in both these types of people I'm about to address. The only way I can change is to understand my weaknesses and limitations and work on them. Does Shibboleth work? Yes. That you can't dispute it. There is not a dietitian, there is not a nutritionist, there is not a doctor that can have an intelligent debate about whether what we've pinned down as Shibboleth would work or not. If they do want to intelligently debate it, tell them to give me a call. Because if there's any intelligence at all, and they got to be, if they got those credentials, much more intelligent than me, you cannot dispute that the program works. If they dispute that, it's only because somebody's misinformed them about the program. So my question is, does Shibboleth work? Yeah, it works, but it's the mindset that's the most important part. And here's the difference. Here's the real thing that we need to focus on. While one person focuses on the negative people, I can't tell you how many messages I get every week. Somebody hurt my feelings. Lord help. Sometimes it's me that hurt their feelings. Lord help, I never seen so many people get their feelings hurt so easy. And then on top of that, they make them want to have an hour conversation taken away from their productivity and my productivity. That's hard, but hey, plain talk's easily understood. I get my feelings hurt, but I'll be darned if I'm going to have an hour conversation about it, especially with somebody that ain't the one that hurt my feelings. That just pulls away from their productivity and my productivity. Poor people, I just feel sorry for them. Get this one life, this one opportunity to have this abundant life, and we're going to let somebody hurt our feelings, and on top of that, even entertain quitting? While one person focuses on the negative people, focuses on the things that aren't perfect, focuses on the struggle, and focuses on everything wrong with the lifestyle, because there's a lot wrong with it, there is another person who's focused on the positive people. is focused on everything right about the lifestyle and has their eyes on the prize, not the struggle, and is focused on the great accomplishments of so many who've gone before them. Cindy, Abby, Jason. Let me ask you, which of these people will be successful in the end? Which one? I want you to tell me which one's going to be successful. The first person that I described or the second person that I described? Is this backed up by Scripture, or is he just being a hardtail? Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, that means if you want to really go back and go back to the Hebrew and Greek, brethren, you know what that means? All of you, male and female. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Those things which you've both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you. You can't have no peace in your heart. None, about nothing, if all you do is focus on what's wrong. With you, with the world, with other people, you must focus on the good and keep driving forward. For every person that's focused on what's wrong and is stagnant, there's someone focused on what's right that's moving forward. And guess what? They're going to wind up where you want to be, and then you're going to struggle with, why are they where I want to be and I ain't there? It's because you didn't focus on the right things. So I want you to tell me. I'm going to pull out of here for just a minute because I want to see what you're saying. This is a real challenge. Real challenge if you want to lose weight, and you know it is. It's a real challenge. We all fell prey to both sides of it. So here's what we're saying here. I'm here, but have to focus on where you're going, not where you've been. Be positive. It's like riding a bicycle. Focus on the large hole in the road, and you'll hit it for sure. Focus on what way around to avoid the wreck in the hole. Patricia Hurt said that. Y'all see? Y'all see? Yes. 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 There we go. Now, if you find that you're one of those persons that tends to look on the dark side of things, it's okay. I'm not knocking you. I'm recovering. I'm redeeming the time. Come go with me. We'll work on that negative mindset together because I have to work on mine. So let's keep moving forward. Let's focus on good stuff. You have a week where you didn't lose weight, focus on the week that you did. Right? Because if you focus on the week that you didn't, then you won't make any progress from there. You get discouraged. Discouragement is of the devil. Ain't no two ways around it. Discouragement is of the devil. Okay? All right, good stuff. Y'all helping one another there. I see some good comments. So when we go back to share, so I don't lose my little co-op office here prematurely today. I get too long-winded, y'all. I'm sorry about that. All right, so here we go. Talk about the mindset. Talk about God's word. Don't forget about your weight chart. If we go review this to save us time, go review the weight chart. If you're having a hard time coming up with a goal, review the weight chart. Come up with a goal based on the weight chart. The other two videos that's now in the website, at the beginning, we talk about how to read this weight chart and how to come up with a good goal for yourself. One that's not too aggressive, but is aggressive enough. Here's the deal. If you're outside the parameters of this chart, I'm telling you, you got a problem. And you know what adults do? Adults do what they got to do. It's children that won't do what they got to do. It's children that won't do what they got to do. Adults, when I was a child, I thought and spake as a child. But now that I'm a grown folk, I need to act like one. Got a problem? Ox is in the ditch. Let's get that thing out. You overweight? That's tough. That's tough. I feel for you. Many people, including myself, have wound up there. Well, you got one or two choices here, adult. One or two choices. Grown man. One or two choices, grown woman. One of two choices. You can stay where you're at and quit complaining about it, or you can do something about it and become a better person. Because that's what overcoming obstacles will make you. You saying I'm a bad person because of my weight? I didn't say that. I said that if you find yourself in a problem, in a fix, you can stay where you're at, but quit grumbling about it. Don't make nobody else miserable because you want to be miserable. But if you want to fix it, then guess what? You just fix it, and you'll become a better person. Nobody ever that has had a problem and overcome that problem did not become a better, more productive person. You got to watch out for the evil foods. White rice, white pasta, white bread, whiter the bread, quicker you dead, colas, candy, and all their kinfolks. It's the devil's spawn, right? That devil's out to get you. That devil's out to get you. I wish you realized when you have a problem with somebody, I've been a lot of this lately, it hurts my heart. I hope y'all even noticed I don't post much because it hurts my heart. It just hurts my heart. I try to stay out of it because I don't want to get down. I try to let the group self-manage until I can't. But people get at odds with one another in the group. Happens in every group. Get at odds with one another a little bit. It ain't them you mad at, hon, buddy. It's not them you mad at. It's the devil. The devil wants to be a wedge between people with common goals. It's the devil that y'all, instead of airing that stuff out in a group setting, we all would do better to go privately to the person that has wounded us and talk to them privately about that thing with a humble heart. And let's fix it. Let's just fix it. And if it can't be fixed, you carry 2 or 3 more people with you privately. Try to fix it then. Then if they still won't hear you, then you just unfriend them, write them off, huh? So I think that's Bible. Just you done went to them, told them they hurt you, but don't go talk about them. Just unfriend them. Be done with it. Get positive again, all right? But you got to know it ain't them. It's the devil. We don't war against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, the rulers of the darkness of this world, spiritual wickedness in high places, wants to steal, kill, and destroy like a roaring lion. But I know a lion, the lion of the tribe of Judah, the root and the offspring of David, and he hath prevailed. You know how you beat this old mean devil, these old mean trolls? You do it through Jesus. He's the lion of the tribe of Judah. Came like a sheep, led to the slaughter, didn't say a word, did that for us. But I got news for you. He ain't coming back as a sheep. He's coming back as a mighty, mighty lion. And he will defeat this old dark lion. He's the prince of lies. He lies to you about yourself. I'm going to get with the food stuff. You stay with me for a minute. He lies to you about yourself. You're fat, you're ugly, you're big boned, you're too stupid, you don't have any discipline. He lies to you about yourself. Then he lies to you about other people. They meant that to hurt me. You made an assumption and took it personal. You shouldn't have. The devil wants you to make assumptions. I do it too. Now, that devil got me. That devil wants you to make assumptions and take things personally because that steals your peace. Then you find out, how many of you found out, some of you thought was talking about you and you discovered for a truth, they wasn't even talking about you. You were just so self-focused that you thought they were talking about you. Think about it. How many times it happened to me before? It's embarrassing too. You find out that ain't even what they meant. And truthfully, that ain't what they meant. That old devil, he knows how to sow them wedges. He wants you to do that. He don't just use people to hurt you. He uses poisonous food made by people. The more man's hand has touched something, the more it becomes corrupt. White bread doesn't have any nutrient value in it whatsoever. It's pure sugar and it's killing you people. Gatorade's got no redeeming value. Stop drinking that crap. It's full of sugar. There are better drinks to drink to get you electrolytes than Gatorade. But our kids see athletes drink it that get paid millions of dollars. I got news for you. Tom Brady ain't drinking the Gatorade. Now stop it. It's junk. The devil's using it to kill you. So we got to get rid of all these evil foods. French fried potatoes from McDonald's may taste good, but they coated in brown sugar and fried in the worst kind of fat possible. Nothing but fat bus city. They may taste good, but are you going to look good after you eat them? You go get you a tater and you shred that thing there at the house and you fry it in some MCT oil without the brown sugar on it. Put some salt on it. You can wait till you get home if you've got a craving for French fried potatoes, baby. They're going to taste good and help you lose weight if you eat them in the right combination and in the right portion. You eat them from McDonald's, you know, golden brown. Where do you think that golden brown comes from? Brown sugar. You got sugar and fat, and then you want more. You want to supersize it because the fat bus is going all over the place and signaling your appetite. Stop it. Stop eating that junk. Yeah, but Mama made me a cake for my birthday, and I was already out of holidays. See, look, you can have on your holidays that we're going to talk about, you can have your red velvet cake. You can have Mama's Mississippi mud pie. You can have the chocolate cake and the peanut butter cake because you get 6 holidays a month. And if you're in maintenance, you get 12 holidays a month. But you done used them all up. Now it's your birthday. That's so sad. You've got a lifestyle. You've got boundaries. You drew your line in the sand. You're not going over anymore. You're a different kind of person. You're a different animal than the rest of the people in the world. You're a different breed. You're a new breed. You're a new breed. You don't do like other people. You've already had your rations of holidays for the month, and now it's your birthday. Well, and Mama made you that. You don't want to hurt her feelings. Then you freeze the darn thing, and then you thaw it out on your next available holiday, and then you eat it, and then you text Mama and say, you know that cake I didn't eat because I couldn't eat it on that day that you made it for me, Mama, and you're a little hurt at me. I just thawed it and ate it on a day that I can have it for my lifestyle, and it was so good, Mama. It was the best cake ever. You'll make her day on that day. Quit making any excuses. Be inexcusable. The Bible says, oh man, oh woman, you are inexcusable. Quit making excuses. You decided to do this lifestyle. You want your life back? You quit having more than 6 holidays in a month, sugar baby. I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at our lifestyle now. Let's look at the rules. I see so many people go wrong here. I've been preaching it. Janice knows. God bless your heart. Janice, I love you, sister. She stuck with me, even when she might have got mad at me. She stuck with me. That's the kind of sister I like. I go to war with a sister like that. She's heard me preach this for years. Preaching it for years. Let me give you some Bible. Let me give you some Bible. Let your yeas be yea. Let your nays be nay. That's King James Version. Let me give you some like maybe a New International. If you say yes, mean it. If you say no, mean it. Because I wish that you were cold or hot, but you are lukewarm. I like you cold. I like you hot, but I don't like you lukewarm. You can either be a, let me twist it a little bit. Anybody ever ate an egg white without any salt on it? It ain't got no taste. Your life can be that way, or it can be like an egg white with some salt on it. You can be salty. You can be a new breed. You can be salty. Have a little flavor to you. Let me tell you, here's what that means. Be hot or cold. You can have a perfect day, or you can have a holiday, but there's no such thing as an okay day. Now look at how we define the program. Perfect days, green light, man. That means you have 2 perfect days. On the 3rd, you're in efficient fat burning. That's super duper. Green light. Go, 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 go. Some of you struggling. Can I tell you what to do? Hey, buddy Van Meter, boy, what are you up to? Tell us why you're there. I mean, not what you're up to, but how much you've lost. Like 160 or 70 pounds, isn't it? Crazy, man. Blessed be the name of the Lord, and blessed be Buddy Van Meter. It takes 2 to tango. God don't do it for you. He gives you the power to do it. So bless the name of the Lord and bless the name of Buddy. Amen. Good job. God's proud of you. Buddy's killing it. And a truck driver. He could have made excuses, but he didn't. So look. If you're struggling, I got another word for you. I got a word for you. Don't. Just go. Go, 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 go. The more perfect days you have in a row, the faster you get there. And the faster fat loss you have. I'm not saying the faster the scales, because you'll have days where you go, 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 go. You perfect day, perfect day, perfect day, perfect. You'll have days you don't lose any weight, but I'm telling you, it just, the fat magically comes off. It magically comes off if you're having perfect days in a row. If they're truly perfect days, following the definitions of the program. If you're violating the definitions of the program, then it's not a perfect day, whether it's a little violation or a big violation. Look, we wrote the whole program because God, it was an inspirational thing for me. I wanted to pattern my lifestyle after things in the Bible that I believed in. And everything I read in the Bible says, take, for example, sin. You know, I've heard people say, now I'm meddling. I'm not going to tell you, I know I'm going to get in trouble. Why do I get these things, Lord, and get in trouble? Can I say it anyway? Can I just go and say what's on my heart? If you get mad, you get mad, or somebody offended, they offended. I guess I would. Had some other day wanted to debate, and if I'm about to stick my foot down my throat. Had somebody get offended, not offended, but they offended when I got done with them. This is my opinion, all right? You pray about your own opinion. I'm going to say it. It's going to come out. I won't be satisfied if it don't come out. We have people. We have black people, white people, Asian people. We have all kind of people. We're all, you got men and women of all colors and all ancestry. We got all that. We all under one God, right? And God made men with certain physical characteristics, and God made women with certain physical characteristics. And there's also on the planet men who like men. And there's also on the planet women that like women. And you can get, this day and time, you can get in all kind of debate about that. You can't get in debate about, or are you just stupid if you want to talk about, what was this? I just got a little wind of it about, white supremacy or this, that. No, that's a bunch of bullarchy. That's a bunch of bull. All men and women created equal under God. You ought not see color. That's how I feel about it. Now, I don't know how to eloquently put it or put it in the right words or politically correct words, but that's just a bunch of nonsense. Nonsense. I remember I read over there in one place where Moses married an Ethiopian woman different color than him. People criticized him and they got punished for criticizing him. You better watch what you talk about. But we ain't going to get into that. Let me get into this men and women and women. Y'all, I ain't going with this where you think I'm going. Y'all, am I being dangerous yet? But here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you where I am on that. I'm not going to tell you. That's not what we do. We teach weight loss, but I'm trying to make a point about weight loss. They asked me, did I think that was a worse sin than telling a lie? Why we even got in this debate, I don't know. Is being a homosexual, isn't that more of a sin than telling a little lie? And I said, here's all I know. Whether one lies or commits any sin that people call sin, they know to do a thing right and they do the opposite. It's all the same as far as I'm concerned. The sin of gluttony ain't no different than the sin of food addiction. And they went on, they started pressing me. You a preacher, you supposed to stand against men with men. And I said, I got news for you. I got enough sin in my life. I'm not going to be worried about what somebody else will do. And I said, God makes sissies too. I do think a man that wants a man's a sissy. I'm just saying. Now I'm meddling. But God makes sissies too. You ain't never seen no little kid who was a sissy when he was little. He didn't make that. But anyway, here's my point. God makes sissies. God makes men what men are. God makes women what women are. And we all got our challenges. I ain't even talking about sin now. We all got our challenges in life. Here's what I'm concerned with. Not if you're doing your best. Am I doing my best? Am I doing my best? When we wrote the program, we made it that whether you violated the rules of the program, that's right, Tony, tell it like it is. Just give the scripture. If you violate the rules of the program, if you violate them, and let me get back on that. Let me clarify something. At the end of the day, here's my doctrine. So everybody knows where I stand. It ain't always been this way till I fail. I seen people and things in a whole different light when I sinned and fell short of the glory of God and lost everything that I had. I had hidden sin. My hidden sin became exposed, and I lost it all. And I see things in a different perspective now. You know how I see it? I see this as my doctrine. This is my full doctrine. Just so Tony, who's a pastor, I've been, before I was discredited as a minister, had to disqualify myself because of sin, seen things a lot differently. But here's my doctrine today. Love God with all of my heart. Love God with all of my heart, all my body, all my soul, all my mind. And I try to do that. Love him with all my heart. I know what I am without him and with him. Love God with all my heart and love my neighbor. Love everybody. And sometimes loving everybody ain't coddling them. Sometimes loving everybody ain't comforting them. Sometimes it's confrontation. Every day I have to make decisions. Am I going to tell this person what they need to hear, or am I going to coddle them so they'll spend more money with me? Because if I say what needs to be said here, I'm going to lose them. And if I lose enough people by telling them the truth about how I feel and what God's revealed to me, if I lose enough people, might lose something that's very precious to me. Shibboleth. But see, I've been down that path. And what I know is I have to stand ready to lose Shibboleth every day, though it's my purpose and my passion, because I have to choose the truth. And I see people so down, so negative, so depressed, and I comfort and I coddle and I see it's not moving them forward. And then we got to get right. Plain talk is easily understood. And you lose people, but you got to be truthful. And what I'm telling you is this lifestyle may not be for you, but the whole system hinges on the following. The whole system hinges on the following. Was your perfect day truly perfect? Because if you haven't had 2 perfect days in a row, you're not getting into efficient fat burning. You're not getting into efficient fat burning. You've got to get in efficient fat burning to efficiently burn fat and get to where you want to go. And the way the program's set up, your perfect day has to be perfect. And if you have one Oreo, if you so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. Well, this is too hard for us to hear, Travis. We can't do this. We won't be able to do it that way. Then this program will not work for you. You'll need another one. Travis, everybody is going to have to do something wrong every day with the eating. Like, you better not. And it's not that you can't do that. Help me out, y'all. If you're in the weight loss mode, you get 6 holidays a month to eat whatever you want to eat. You eat whatever you want to eat. That means if I have one Oreo, but let's look at it this way. All right. I haven't had 6 holidays in a month. I get home, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm mad at the world, and I want to eat my emotions. So I get in the pantry, and doggone it, I got Oreos. Let's do Nutter Butters. I like Nutter Butters better. I like to dip them in some whole milk. So let's just say I got Nutter Butters and whole milk, and I reach in there, and I eat one Nutter Butter dipped in milk. You know, I like the Nutter Butter to sink down a little bit, and then I right reaching there on my spoon to eat the Nutter Butter when it got all the whole milk. I ain't done that in a long time. Lord, I better shut up or I'll talk myself into doing that tonight. So you do that one, and then you get your wits about you and you stop. Well, that's one holiday. Keep in mind, it's a very minimal holiday, but it's still a holiday. You stopped at one, you got your wits back about you. Well, you'll probably keep losing weight the next day, but it's still a holiday. In a month, you cannot be really successful if you have more than 6 holidays in a month. Can't do it. I'm running out of time, so I got to hurry. You cannot do it. Let's say that I get home and it's really been a bad day, and I really eat my emotions. And I eat 2 columns. You know, they got 3 columns. I eat 2 columns. I mean, I got Nutter Butter dribbling out my nostril after I dip them in the whole milk. I mean, guess what? It's one holiday. It goes back to that whole thing about sin. You're hurting a lot of people if you kill somebody. That's a sin. If you tell one little white lie, you might have spared somebody's feelings, but it's still a sin. Sin is sin. You know, one didn't do that much harm and another one did a lot of harm. Let's come back to square here. Whether I have one Nutter Butter or a whole column, I have found that if I'm tough with myself and I say that's a holiday, one little Nutter Butter, I'm gonna feel better about myself, but it's still a holiday. If I have 2 columns, I'm gonna feel terrible about myself, and I'm going to set myself back a couple of days, but it's still a holiday. It's one holiday. You get 6 a month. And the other, here's the key, the other, 24, 25 days have got to be perfect. But here's where we go wrong in our mindset. Perfect days are not hard to have. They're not hard to have. Let me give you another example. When I went to training today, the trainer was helping me with my form on the front squat. I struggle with front squats. I struggle with it. I found out why I was struggling. He tweaked my technique on the front squat. He tweaked it and said, this is the right way to do it. I said, well, it's more comfortable for me to do it this way. He said, that's the wrong way to do it. You do the front squat this way. And he helped me, and immediately my poundage went up as to what I was able to lift with nothing but a tweak in technique. Before you tune me off, hear what I'm saying. Be open-minded to what I'm saying. Because I had a spirit that was teachable and coachable, he tweaked my technique, and immediately I performed better. We have to know what the right way to do things is. You may be 300 plus pounds and you've been having okay days. They weren't perfect, but they were pretty good. And you may have lost a lot of weight, but you hit a plateau and you're wondering why the program isn't working anymore. It's because you ain't truly had a perfect day. Your technique needs to be tweaked. Everybody repeat that with me? My technique needs to be tweaked. I'm supposed to have breakfast that's properly portioned and combined, and lunch and dinner. Breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, and dinner for the Holy Spirit. And if I got to have a snack, it's got to be approved. That's how you do it. And if it's perfect, boom, you got it. Now, am I apt to fall back into poor technique because it's new to me? Yes, but at least I know what the standard is now. You can do it. I know you can. But if you don't get down. Don't get discouraged. Don't talk about quitting. Don't do that nonsense. Mark it as a holiday. It's just one holiday. Anywhere from 6 to 12 holidays will allow for weight loss. But note, when you go over 6, things will slow down. When you get to 12 holidays, that's maintenance, full-on maintenance. But think about when you finally get to happy weight and you reach maintenance, how glorious that's going to be. Glorious. And you'll get 12 if you even want to have them. You'll get 12 holidays a month. I'm going to pick on Abby. I'm always bragging on Abby. She's probably had to leave. But I want to say this to Abby, and I'm always bragging, but let me say something. I bet you that Abby, she confessed earlier she gained back 23 of her 130 plus. I guarantee you, if she self-diagnoses, she will find that the problem began with her technique. She got off of having perfect days and she started having okay days, and she was finding she wasn't gaining the weight back and all was cool. Until before she knew it, her technique had totally went away. Perfect days, perfect. Holidays, you've got to follow the system. You've got to follow the definitions. You got to follow the rule. If you're having holidays, proceed. But proceed with caution. Now, if you go beyond 6 days and you're in weight loss mode, or beyond 12 days and you're in maintenance mode, that's red light time, folks. That's red light time. You need to stop, because if you keep going, you're going to gain all that weight back. You need to stop, and you need to call for a mayday immediately, and you need to drop all excuses. I don't have time. I don't have the money. Drop that nonsense. The Bible says you're inexcusable. So let your definitions be right. Let your definitions be right. I'm just preaching. Sorry. Arr. I want this for you so bad. I do. Next week, when we reconvene, if anybody wants to come back that isn't mad at me, we're going to talk about the shield in detail, and then we're going to go over categories one more time. Categories and combinations. We'll go into the shield in detail. How do we have a perfect day? What the exact right rule is for water, for food combinations, for the journal, for portions, and for timing. Water is a weapon. You've got to drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water every single day. That's the most important rule. Your journal is the second most important rule. If you bite it, you write it, you hog it, you log it, you nibble it, you scribble it, you drink it, you ink it. Listen, I don't care if you've lost 180 pounds in a year. If you're not journaling, you did that without having a single perfect day. When you stop journaling, your weight's coming back. You're not special. The only people that I know that can keep their weight off without a food journal is people that ain't never had a weight problem, because that journal is going to keep your mind right. See, what got us to where we were was how we thought. Our thinking was stinking. And as we thought, as the Bible says, as we think in our heart, so we are and become. Your thinking creates actions. Your actions create, I'm going to go overtime. Nobody's knocking on the door, so I'm going to go overtime. Because this is important. Now I'm meddling again. Your thoughts create actions. Your repeated actions create habits, good or bad. Your habits yield your destiny. A lack of discipline will yield a destiny. Discipline will yield a destiny. It takes a big man or woman to change this. I'm on meddle again. I like to give you wild, dangerous analogies that get me in trouble. Take these people that are hooked on filth, phlegm, filth, nastiness. You would tell them, quit watching that stuff. Quit being around it, because you start thinking about it. If you start playing with fire, or playing near the fire, you're going to get burned. You can't think on these things repeatedly and not act out on them. So if you're focused on nastiness, what would you tell a drug addict? What would you tell a drug addict? You would say, you got to get away from those people that you do drugs with, that you're used to doing drugs with, we got to get you away from it. It's a bad place for you to be because you're going to be around it, you're going to think about it, and you're going to do it. And if you do it long enough, it'll become a habit to you. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Jason, am I right? Now, here we are, we got a food addiction. And people in the members only group post good recipes most of the time. Good stuff. I will stalk and I will look. Who is this person that's doing the program? I'm so happy for them. And I'll go look at their profile and I'll see food porn. You got a problem and you've made friends with the enemy. It doesn't make sense. In the members only group, I think you got the right mindset because you just posted to die for roast, which is healthy, or you posted the new, like the On Bites, the little high protein donuts. They've come out with high protein glazed donuts that are good and healthy. Then I go to your profile and you're looking at Dunkin' Donuts with chocolate, with cream filling and chocolate coating on it, and you're putting that on your thing going, these look so good. Food porn. You're a food porn addict. You can't tell me that that's good for you. If you're overweight, you're going to see it, and at some point, at a low point, you're going to crave it. The more you think about a thing, the more likely you are to act on it. You're going to have to get rid of that out of your life because you're a food addict. Stop. Or not that you're a food addict. You're a child of God. You're a child of the King, Lord of Lords, King of Kings. You're one of them. You've been bought with a price. I get all that. You're not an addict, but you're behaving like one. Let's stop. Stop. We're going to learn food combinations. Category 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus MCT, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, superfood plus 2, 7 and 2, 7, 2 and 3. You're going to learn it like a boxer learns boxing combinations. We're going to talk about portions. We're going to talk about timing. You're going to have the right definitions to leave class 4 so that you know for sure. Maybe you need to use next week as a new fresh start. I don't mean wait before you start eating right again, but maybe next week's your birthday, your Shibboleth birthday. And you say, that's when I'm truly going to live perfect days. Perfect days. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to do it or bust a gut doing it. You can do it, friend. You can do it. Then we'll go over the categories again and make sure that you got it down pat, okay? Questions, comments? Did I tick anybody off? I can't look at that food porn. I want it. Linda says, unfortunately, food is an accepted drug in our society. We do use food to medicate. Gloria says, Travis, I started with Thrive years ago. I lost 52 pounds and was at my happy weight. And I continue Shibboleth. I love the plan. I tell everyone about it. Thank you so much. I have gained some weight back, even though I'm still within that. Your chart says perfect weight range. Yeah. But you're exactly right. You can't do days without working the plan or you will gain it back. Good stuff. Love. Very sweet comments tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good stuff. I love all y'all. I hope you feel that. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, David. You can get Spark from any distributor. There's many, many distributors. If you don't know one that's your friend, then please feel free to get it from me. If I can remember my thing. I can't remember it. I think this is it. Maybe this is it. Maybe that's my link. Helps us keep the program going. But you get it wherever it makes sense to you. Spark's good stuff. Anybody else? Let me close with this. Sometimes I use stupid analogies, wild analogies, dangerous analogies, things that get me in trouble. Sometimes it isn't even exactly how I feel. It's not that I'm lying to you. Sometimes I exaggerate things, and sometimes I exaggerate ideas. I'm just trying to connect with each and every person here in a way that they'll receive. If the way we use words, you don't receive all that, let it go. Don't write us off. Love us. Let us love you and you love us. And I don't think my ideas are all right. I don't think that. But what I've learned over the years is I'm not going to proceed with people overly cautious in an overly cautious way, because you may miss that. You may miss connecting with somebody that needed to hear something in some weird way. Or have we become so judgmental of each other that if we disagree with something that's said about religion, about politics, about whatever, that we just tune each other off and write them off? Maybe we needed that balance. Maybe we needed a different way of looking at things, even if we disagree with it. So don't write us off because we use wild things to try to get your attention. I must get your attention. There's so much noise out there. The only way I know to cut through the noise is to just let it roll. And at the end of the day, I know this. If I got your attention or did not get your attention, it wasn't me. The Bible says that you and I won't hear anything. It won't really penetrate our heart unless it's the Spirit. So if something penetrated your heart, it's the Spirit. Otherwise, just discount it. It's just a man talking. Okay? All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do care, and I am passionate, and that does cause some mistakes. Hope you'll love me despite them. Love you guys. Good to have you, Delina. Thanks for all you do. Any questions or comments before we go? Nobody's knocking on my door. That other group must not be coming in tonight. 75 Pam says you click with me. Pam is a superstar. I'm telling you. Not a superstar in the waiting. She's already a superstar. Congratulations, Pam. What a warrior. Amber started at 254, now at 191. Woo, woo, woo. It's good. I love it. I may or may not, buddy. I am definitely coming back September 21st to Cartersville. Be there for a week or two. But we won't know till like Friday, I think. They may start evacuating here. They don't know where that storm's going. I have work here, or I'd come on back anyway. But I may come back a little early depending on what Irma is going to do. Oh, I'm sorry. I may not have defined that properly. What is the difference between a holiday and a blow-it day? A holiday, anytime you don't have a perfect day, it's a holiday. Let's say you're in weight loss mode. You have up to 6 holidays. But see, I see holiday as a good term. In other words, if I go off the program, I'm allowed 6 holidays in the weight loss mode in a month. If I go out, let's say I went out to Red Lobster, it's my birthday, went out to Red Lobster, had Cheddar Bay biscuits, had all kind of stuff, had an appetizer, ate way too much portion, all the wrong combinations, didn't do it right, and eat a whole basket of Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's one holiday. And I'm allowed that 6 days a month. And I didn't want to attach the word blow it, because that has bad connotations attached to it, like you done a bad thing. I didn't want to attach bad connotations to the word, to you sticking within the parameters of the program. That's part of the program, that you get holidays. You don't have to take them, but you get them. And I want it to be, okay, it's a good thing. Don't fret about it. Because we'll get people who say, I had a holiday, I'm so depressed. No. Why you get depressed on Labor Day or Christmas or Thanksgiving? It's a good thing, right? But if I go beyond 6 holidays and I'm in the weight loss mode, or I go beyond 12 holidays and I'm in maintenance mode, I need to start being rough with my flesh. All right now, Travis. All right now, boy. You're blowing it. You're blowing it. I got to be rough with myself and get myself back in the line. I have to chastise myself to get myself back. my spirit needs to get hold of my flesh. I'm blowing it. My flesh is blowing it. My spirit's not, but my flesh is blowing it. Does that make sense? There's a right time to be tough with yourself. Don't beat yourself up needlessly and pointlessly. You're allowed 6 holidays a month in the weight loss mode. Does that make sense? Did that make sense? Who was that? I don't know who it was. I see the comment, but I can't see the name. I hope that makes sense. Okay, good. Yeah. You know, it comes a time where I'm not living the lifestyle anymore. I'm doing the wrong thing more than the right thing. Need to toughen up a little bit. Toughen up. Any other questions, comments? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I try to get up there to Dalton as soon as I can. They put me to work, boy, I tell you. Yes, I did record this, and tomorrow it will be on the website. Lesson 3. Okay, y'all. I love you in the Lord. Don't forget to watch those daily doses, take tests, pass tests, earn the badge. I'm going to go home and make some dinner. Y'all know what I'm having? Having some approved spaghetti tonight. I'll have some approved spaghetti. I'm having several different pastas, but I'm having Explore Asian mung bean pasta. Making me some spaghetti sauce. Got me some 96% lean ground beef. I'm going to put a serving of that in there. And I'm going to put my Hunt's tomato sauce with some McCormick sauce mix. Make me some good old meat sauce. Put it over my mung bean pasta on a portion plate. Going to be some good eating. Shrimp with salad. I love it. One of my favorite right there. All right, y'all. I love you. If I said anything that offended you or hurt you, then just pray for me. All right. Talk to you later. Thank you, Sarah. God bless you. I love you.